It feels so wonderful out here tonight. It's just so cool and calm. I want to talk to you about just a few ways maybe you can reduce some stress and anxiety and maybe a little depression. So I'm gonna first off by saying there's many different ways people can get stressed out, right? There's many different ways people can get anxious, but there's always a way to calm it down. And I feel like there's a lot of unhealthy ways. Like there's people that drink, smoke. There's people that have sex a lot or masturbate. All these different things. There's so many different niches people have. But what's important is that we have healthy ones. So let me start by saying this. So say it's been a long day at work, boss has been yelling at you, yada yada yada. Come home, and you just want to eat and go to bed. Okay. But where I think people kind of like take that extra step is where instead of eating that meal, they'll use that to, reflect on their anxiety. I've seen people that just overeat and overeat and overeat just because of the fact they're stressed out. Now, like I said, there's many different ways, and so another way is, man, just go take a walk. If you're really feeling like that, just go take a walk outside. You don't have to sit there and fluster on these emotions. Just go take a walk. I know that's not going to help the world. I mean, you got bills to pay and stuff. That's not going to put money in your pocket. It's not going to, but there's no point in stressing out about that all the time because at that moment, it's not affecting you. Water bills due. Power's not off yet. Don't let stuff like that just be your every second struggle. There's a point in time where you gotta worry about it. I mean, obviously be worried about it, but don't let it overwhelm you. Because just because you're freaking out doesn't mean you're getting money in your pocket. That just means you're gonna have another problem. You're gonna gain some sort of other anxiety or, another attack or anything. You must stay away from that, right? Okay. Number 2. When you have these healthy ways, you need to keep them. It's like quitting smoking and then quitting for a week and then starting back. It's pointless. Or stop smoking cigarettes and you start vaping. It's just pointless. But like I said, you just want to find some healthy habits, and that's what a lot of people say. I've heard of people that was trying to quit smoking. When you smoke, you get the anxiety edge off. You're just cool and you're fine. Okay, cigarettes. I've heard a lot of people say, and they like to chew gum. It keeps their mouth busy. But honestly, I think it's best to try and quit cold turkey and just get it out of your system. I mean, if you smoke for 20 years, you're 40 years old, you've been smoking since you're like 15 or 20, whatever. It's gonna be a little hard, but there's always a way to find it, find your way out. There's always a way. And I think that's what's important is people finding the way to make ends meet, finding a way to where they can be adults, not have anything reflect off of what they're doing. Like, you don't want to go to office and people smell you smell like cigarettes. Or you don't want to gain 100 pounds because you're overeating. Or you don't want to do this and this and that, And overeating, that's another thing too. God. So, the thing about eating so much is, obviously you're going to gain weight, you're going to get all these health problems and stuff, but you don't want to sit there and just, eat a whole pack of hot dogs, eat a whole jar of pickles, eat 74 pizza rolls, eat a whole box of corn dogs, because what is that going to do? It's just going to raise your anxiety more because you're gaining weight and you're just going to be more and more depressed. It's not going to help anything. You're going to get to a point to where you just feel like there's no other way out, and that's where people lead to suicide. So like I said, there's always a way to get through things, and anything worth having in life is worth working for. Break the habit, break the cycle. It's a lot easier to start smoking than it is to quit. A lot of people find it more difficult because, obviously you're used to it. You get into a routine. That's just like the same thing as in, you wake up, brush your teeth, go to work. You get in a routine of things, so just like that. It's in your muscle memory. And, that's a big thing I want to address to people is there's a way through everything. That's, suicide victims. They always think there's just no way out. You start eating, you start smoking a lot, and your health deteriorates, and it just brings your anxiety worse because now you're gaining weight, you're gaining all these habits, you're feeling worse, you look awful, and you just feel like there's no way out, so you just think, well, I guess I might as well end it all. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to. There's always somebody out there that'll talk to you. I don't care. I don't care if your parents hate you. You lost somebody. You know, you're going through a breakup. There's no reason to. There's no reason to kill yourself because of something like that. And I'm not judging anybody that's killed themselves. I'm not saying that they're terrible people or made some horrible mistake. You know, I mean, they did make a bad mistake by ending their lives, but they didn't. They're not the mistaken ones. You know, they're not the ones that are to blame. And there's so many different reasons someone could have, done something like that. But it all leads back to the same thing. Starting with that bad feeling. And that bad feeling can always just be let go. Go take a walk. You know, I mean, go play video games. Go, like I have a guitar. I just sit there and play. You know, strum a few chords, play some riffs, and I'm good. Bad day at work. Go play guitar. You know, you always want to have a good way of living, and it starts with you. You know, if you don't feel good, you're gaining weight. Don't eat so much. You know, start working with your body, start exercising, try and break the cycle of all this unnecessary eating. I'm not saying you gotta eat 3 meals and don't eat anything else. I mean, obviously you can have a snack. You know, you don't need to be a dictator over your life. You know, but just try to find a healthier diet. You know, try quit smoking, try quit doing this, and this. There's always an outlet. And I think that's a wonderful message that I really want to bring across people. So there's always a way out. And there's always a way to change. You're not just stuck with who you are. You know, there's always a way you can make yourself better. We have all these years we're going to be on this planet. You know, we have all these years we're going to be alive. Why waste it feeling like shit? Why not go out there and do something? You gain 40 pounds because you're working at Burger King. Don't eat Burger King. Eat a little healthier. There's always an outlet. Always. But thank you for watching. You have a good night.